What's up, YouTube? I'm going to do something a little bit different today. Something that I normally don't do. Most of my videos are around coin roll hunting. But I do mention in my description that I also collect or stack silver. So I thought today I would give you a little bit of my story and how I got involved in this and what specifically do I stack or collect. I thought that might be interesting for you guys, so I thought I would tell the story, and I've kind of got a little smattering of the things that I have in my possession laid out. This is by no means all of it, but it gives you an idea of what I have. Before I get into that story, though, I would like to encourage you, if it's your first time to the channel, or if you've been here a lot of different times, please do subscribe and like this video. And if you click that little bell, it will let you know every time I post a new video. And as always, I would love to hear from you down in the comments. So the other thing I want to do is remind everybody that I have a current giveaway going. I am still south of 200 subscribers, and that's my next goal. So please do. I'll link to that video. I have a giveaway video out there. You need to go and like and subscribe to that, or like that and subscribe to the channel and leave me a comment, and you'll be entered in that giveaway. And I will link to that here. So with that out of the way, let's tell a little story. So why did I start stacking silver? I have always been a little bit of a collector. I have a ton of comic books. I used to collect coins when I was a little kid, and eventually, I don't even remember, they maybe all ended up going back to the bank. I did have a period in my 20s where I was collecting mint proof sets and silver proof sets and flipping those on eBay for a little bit of extra cash. That was just something I did, and I still actually have a couple of those silver proof sets, and they're not depicted here, of course, but I have them. Well, about a year ago, I started doing some reading, and I have a pretty good portfolio of stocks and retirement, and one of the things I kept finding was that you should also diversify and have a little bit of money in precious metals. And a lot of what I read said you should look at getting the actual physical stuff. So don't get into just, paper, silver, and gold. And I started looking into why you would want to do that. And the two main reasons you hear from everybody is to help manage inflation, right? And to protect against if there's a market crash. Because typically if the market crashes or the market starts to go down, typically you see the price of gold and silver go up. I know in the most recent crash we saw around coronavirus, just the opposite happened, actually. Silver and gold kind of tanked with the rest of the market. That all got explained away because people needed to cover their cash shortages, so they sold all their paper silver and their paper gold. But typically, we have found when the market crashes, the price of precious metals goes up. So for that reason, I decided that I wanted to start buying a little bit of silver and one day some gold. I do have a little bit of gold here. We'll get to that. But and just have something of value that if things went sideways, I could trade it in for a little bit of money. So that's kind of why I got into it. And as it is now, once or twice a month, I go and I spend $100 to say maybe $300 and pick up a handful of things. So when was my first silver purchase in this journey? Well, in November of last year, I started seeing ads around SD Bullion doing spot deals for rolls of Ben Franklin half dollars. And so I bought into that. It was a $300 deal. You got $25 worth of face value Benjamin Franklin's. And at that day's spot price, that was a really good deal. And actually today's spot price, that's a pretty good deal. It's 15 times face. Today, I'm a little smarter, a little wiser. I typically will try to only buy constitutional silver around 13 or 14 times face, and if I can get it at 12, that's even better. But that was my first real purchase in my stacking journey, was buying 90% silver, half dollars. Since then, as you can see, I've branched out. I can kind of go through these things if you can't tell what they are on the video, but these are all tubes of Kennedy, Benji's, and Walking Liberty half dollars. There is some 40% and some 90% here. I have a bunch of these, but just put a few out for you to see. We do have a couple of American Silver Eagles here in capsules of varying years. I did have someone in one of my videos ask why I wasted money on capsules. And well, one, I think they're just pretty. And two, really what I try to do is I put one of each type of new coin that I have in a capsule, and then the rest go in tubes. So I don't waste money and put every coin I have in a capsule. So these are just a few of the Eagles I have. What I have is, I don't have all the years yet, but what I'm trying to do is get all of the years that exist and put those in capsules, and the rest go in tubes. This is just a little bit of copper. I've been playing around. These are more trinkets and things for friends, but thought I would show it off. This actually came from my mom, and this is a dry mark. It's German. I want to say it's like 70 to 90, 70, 80% silver. It's actually worth quite a bit of money, not in great shape. It's pretty dinged up, but kind of a neat coin, just something I got from my mom. We've got a 1/2 ounce of silver that I got from Money Metals Exchange. Moving on over here, these are 1/10 ounce from Money Metal Exchange. We got a few Year of the Monkey coins from the UK, 2016. We do have a 1 ounce. This is a 1 ounce just replica of a American Silver Eagle. This also came from Money Metals Exchange. We've got a bunch of the Buffalo style Silvertown Indian head 1 ounce silver coins. And here's a couple more Eagles not in capsules, just to show that I don't put all of them in capsules. These are, I actually have a bunch of old US tokens. These are something else that I got from my mom. She gave me a big tin of money to go through, and that's actually also where I started my collection of 40 and 90% half dollars. I did a bunch of research. I actually did a video on these, and I posted on YouTube, and I ended up taking it down because some of the information I had in there was wrong, and I've just not gone back and done it. But some of these tokens are worth $10, $15, $20 a pop, so they're kind of neat, and I will one day redo that video. Moving on from there, we see our collection of half dollars. So we've got our Walking Liberties, we've got some 64 Kennedys, which are 90%, and then we've got some Benjis, and then these are all 40% silver, so these are all 69. So just to show you, I collect all of those. Moving on down to here, we've got a 1900 Morgan, a 1922 Peace Dollar. I got this from my mom. This was a necklace she had when she was a kid. So these are my only two Morgan, or my only Morgan and my only Peace Dollar, and I'm real interested in collecting more of these. They're just really expensive right now. I have this 1971 40% silver Ike, which you don't find those all over the place, but I got a really good deal on that. And it's my only one, so it's in a capsule. It's not that it means it is in great shape. I do have a couple of Canadian Maple Leafs, and this is my one. I broke my own rule. Both of these are in capsules. Just simply because I didn't want to put it in. It's a different size than the Eagles, and I didn't want to mix it. And then I have one Australian Kangaroo, and I love these, and I want to get more of them, but I just haven't found a good price on them. And last but not least, I have the 2020 Royal Fortune Black Flag coin that I picked up from APMEX. So I love this coin. I think this thing is beautiful. So this gives you an idea of what I collect. Oh, I missed one. The gold back, the one Utah gold back, 1/1000th of a troy ounce of gold. I got this for free. I can't remember where. I think it was for joining up for the like the U.S. Metals Exchange organization. They used to give you one of these free when you signed up for a free membership. So I have one of those. This is the only true gold that I've purchased collecting. It doesn't include things like jewelry. So these are the things that I collect. You might be asking yourself why you don't see more gold down here. Well, quite frankly, I'm kind of a beginner stacker. It's not that I can't afford it. I just can't bring myself to spend $1,800, $1,900 on a coin that's a little bit smaller than this, that's 1 ounce of gold. I don't know, I just don't have it in me. I can spend $100 at a time and buy this stuff, but dropping, $1,800 on an ounce of gold just hurts my feelings. I have a feeling there's a lot of you beginner stackers out there that are feeling the same way. It's out of your price range. For some of you maybe that are like me, it's not that you can't afford it. It's just, It's a mental block. It may be a better investment, long-term and short-term. I don't know. I just can't bring myself to drop the money. One day I will, though. And maybe one day I'll start trading some of this stuff in and upgrade it to gold. We'll see. That's always an option as well. So what else? What else can I tell you? So where do I get this stuff? Well, kind of all over the place. I've said where some of it comes from as I was explaining what it was. Some I got from my mom. Some, like this piece, I picked up at APMEX. Some of the $50 I've collected at SD Bullion. Some of these coins I got at jmbullion.com. I'm trying to think, where else do I shop? I got this on eBay. And it's not pictured here. It should be showing up tomorrow. I made my very first individual purchase on the Silver Forum, which I've talked about in other videos, and I might make another video about them because I think it's a pretty cool place. So I ended up buying about $13.10 worth of silver quarters and silver dimes, and I got them for about 13 times face through a private deal there. So we'll see. Hopefully I didn't get scammed. That shows up this week. I'll probably do an unboxing video on that, and we'll learn together whether or not I got scammed. I'm really hoping that I didn't. So what else? What else is there? That's where I get this stuff. I think that's kind of it. I think what I would want to leave you guys with is just, you know, my journey's been fun. I've really enjoyed collecting these things. I've really enjoyed learning about silver and gold. I've really enjoyed understanding things like this black flag. There are certain premium pieces that are, quite frankly, worth getting a hold of, and sometimes it's a little bit of a gamble, but I can tell you guys for this particular piece, I bought two like this, or one other one like this, and I bought the APMEX sealed one, and I sold two of them on eBay, and ultimately got this one for free and made $20 on top of it. So I'm investing that 20 bucks probably in another ounce of silver. So, I mean, that's another avenue that I've just recently started getting into, is how can you sort of increase your stack through flipping. And, you know, one day when I get real successful at that, I'll make a video on that as well. But all in all I can tell you, man, is if you get into this, if you get bit by the bug, it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of stuff to collect out there. But at the end of the day, you need to keep in mind that if you're only buying this to make a quick buck, you're going to get burned occasionally. I would not invest money that you don't have in silver. Like if you need to pay a bill or you owe somebody a bunch of money, whether that be credit cards or a relative or something, you know, pay off your debts first. This is not something that you should be buying if you have outstanding debt. Unless it's part of your retirement strategy to go along with your stocks and your 401k and all those kinds of things. So just be careful, because I know sometimes I overextend myself here, and I have the money to overextend myself. And then I end up beating myself up for kind of going overboard. So anyway, that's my story. I hope that gives you guys a little insight into what I do, why I collect it, what I have. And I hope it inspires you guys to do kind of the same if you're not already. It's a ton of fun. And if you've got a story to tell, if you like this video, if you just want to chat, you know, leave me a comment in the video down below. Don't forget to check out my giveaway video and enter that. I'd love to give away, I'm giving away a Benjamin Franklin. I'd love to give that to you. And just thanks for coming. I really appreciate you being here. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video.